Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journal. Today we're going to be telling you a bit of a story with collage. Now this is working in my large portraits book that I've been doing all my weird wonderful collages in. I came to this page where it was picture of photographer taking a picture of a photographer, and because it was so small it wasn't necessarily one I could alter easily, so I decided to actually make it into a bit of a story. I found this cool lamp shape from, I think it was a Better Home and Gardens. So I decided I would use that as a bit of a spotlight on the page and create this light effect coming down to highlight my collage figure in the end here. So once I've sort of masked that off a little bit and using washi for the win, so I can go back and glue down the lamp when I'm finished. I'm then going to go in and paint out the background. So I want to have a bit of a contrast, so I've got that bright yellow in the background, and then I'm going in with acrylic paint. I've also used ink in the yellow down the in the spotlight because it's translucent, so you can sort of see through and see the guys actually standing on walls. But I've used paint for the background because it blocks out the rest of it. So choose what media I suppose you want to use wisely and have a reason for it. If you want to see through things, choose sort of more dye-based or alcohol ink-based media. If you want it to be quite opaque, that's where you choose your paints to come in. So I'm starting off with the constellation in the background. So I've got that bit of the night sky happening, and then going in with my white to add some more stars to the background, and covering my iPad as you do with acrylic paint while I'm at it. Then I'm getting rid of my masked border so I can start adding in the collage. And first things first, I'm going to start with my lamp shade, so I know that's sort of where that light's coming from. Have a bit of a reason for that there. I had lots of fun with cutting out a whole heap of images from a travel magazine. I think I'd been on a plane recently, and a lot of these came out of a free magazine from the plane. They're really, really good for those sort of architectural type images that you get. It's a really great way to sort of pull a page together, I suppose. So now I've got my model up the front because I wanted him taking a picture of someone or something. So having that model at the front and having it proportionally almost correct was really, really important. So you can sort of see that he's lined up to take an image of her. Then I'm going back in and adding some additional detail, I suppose, my paint pens. So adding in the light cord, so it's not just floating there in thin air, it's actually there for a reason. It's really, really important, even with collage, that even though it's completely absurd sometimes, that it does actually have its basis in reality. So you've got things connected to the edges, or if you've got a lampshade, that it's connected to something. If you've got a person, that they're connected to something. So yes, my little man in the middle looks like he's floating in midair, but the fact that I've still left the ground in there means that it kind of makes sense that that's what he's doing. Finally, I'm going around, not finally, because I'll be playing around and doing all sorts of things, but my black paint pen, I'm going around and outlining all the sort of major lines, major parts of my page. And I love doing this because it combines everything together, makes it look a little bit more uniform. It also means that you can see those really strong lines, and it almost turns it into sort of like a 2D cartoony type figure, which I really love. It sort of flattens everything out a little bit, which I find important to do with collage because you are laying over lots of individual pieces. So if you can bring them together in some way to make it make more sense, can really help with the final piece of it. I'm going in and colouring in her hair and putting in some green into the sign as well. So again, creating those visual triangles. So you've got the green of the girl, green on the sign, and then the green of the fence. That also can help to balance out your page a little bit, so your eye has a really strong way to flow around the page. With collage pieces like this, it does take me a little while to decide, is it actually finished or does it need something else? So in this case, I added in a little quote in the middle, and I decided to put the A back in. I thought I could get away with just round town, but I want to have a round town. So I added the A back in again. Then I'm going in and just putting a little bit of a highlight on the letters and framing up that quote in the middle. Just with really loose lines, so you can see it got a bit wobbly there, but that's okay. We can do with wobble occasionally. Then I'm going in and adding a little bit more green onto the page. Now, I could have got away with not doing that, but I was having fun, and obviously what was playing on the background of my iPad, I wanted to keep watching to the end, so I just kept playing with my green pen, which is quite often how I end up getting to where I'm going. It's not necessarily because the page is finished, but because I'm just waiting to see what's finished on my iPad. So here is a close-up of the whole page. The quote in the middle, I wish my eyes could take more photos, really tied in with what was happening on the page, and it was just fun to do. So I would encourage you to have a go at telling a bit of a story with your collage and trying to get some really random pieces and popping them together on a page. Until next time, bye for now.